Hey YouTube. So, we just posted a slew of new topics all the way into 2010. Can you believe 2009 is almost over? It's crazy. This week we're talking about the intersections of queer issues and feminism. So we took, a month and a half to define feminism, define, what it means to be queer, talking about, a little bit of each with our own lives. I spent a lot of time talking about being a male, and being feminist, and being gay, and all this stuff. And being a gay male feminist is interesting. Being gay is really interesting, and I've always kind of thought that being gay and being a feminist have kind of gone hand in hand in my life for several reasons. But the one that I keep on realizing is that it seems pretty natural to me, and I'm not exactly sure why it seems unnatural. Growing up gay, you get a lot of misperceptions about, gay people are just, guys who want to act like women. It's like, okay, no, if a guy wants to be a woman, then they are transgender. That's let's get our terms straight first of all. Being gay doesn't necessarily mean you want to be a woman. Being transgender doesn't necessarily mean that you are gay. Just because a male wants to transition into being a female doesn't make them, doesn't mean that they like men. It just means that they want to be a female. I mean, there's all sorts of, gender and sexuality are both combined, and they're both, separated and all this stuff. But I always thought it was weird, people, saying these things, saying like, well, they act really, effeminate, so they must be gay. And, I mean, we all kind of, operate under that stereotype, and a lot of times it kind of fits, and I think it's not necessarily because gay people are more effeminate, or that, they're naturally just, they act more like women, but I think that they're more comfortable not acting like, strong he-man men, if that makes sense. Like, maybe the definition of masculinity is too narrow, and so when someone feels a little bit more open than that in their life, they're, effeminate. So, which, there's nothing wrong with being effeminate, but just, this idea that all gay men are effeminate and all this stuff. So, anyway, there's this whole perception about being effeminate, being gay, all these things. And I always thought it was weird, because I always knew pretty, to be honest, kind of nerdy girls. Like, they were always my friends, were the nerdy girls who were like, they weren't necessarily, girly girls. A couple of them were. And, being a girly girl, there's nothing wrong with that. And, but the fact that a lot of these girls were, nerdy, it was more like they didn't try to, be the cheerleader, or be, the whatever you think is, like, the, quintessential girl. They were, doing other things, and so they weren't fitting into this, exact definition of what, like, a cute little woman is. Cute little woman, girl. And, they just kind of did their own thing and, maximized their own minds, and I didn't really understand why they were discriminated against, or why people would think that, just in general, that intelligence is a male or female trait, because I think it's something that is honestly dependent on the person. I've met plenty of dumb men, and I've met plenty of dumb women. It is not something that is exclusive to gender, it is just what's going on up here. One of my friends is really into band, my roommate's also into band, she's also a science major, she's super, super smart. Another one of my friends could tell you pretty much anything about, anatomy, and she knows all sorts of things about diseases and prescriptions. Another one of my friends is this amazing artist who is just, she's just amazing. And so, I have all these friends who have all these talents, and they're women. And being a gay male who gets, who gets some of that, you must be effeminate because you're a gay male deal, I always was like, no, I'm not, like, I don't want to be a woman, I like being a man, and what's wrong with me being effeminate, even if I do have some effeminate qualities? it's not as if it's the end of the world. It's not as if I'm any less of a man. You know, and like I said, I think definitions of masculinity are a little too narrow. So, anyway, I think feminism really fights against these definitions of, you know, what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a man. I hold the perception that what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman is more self-identified than anything. And, you know, someone is a woman when they say they are a woman, and someone is a man when they feel they are a man. You know, that is something that is felt. It's not necessarily something that is projected onto that person. So, feminism and queer issues are just kind of like this with me. I've just always felt as though women should be able to do whatever they want to, and men should be able to act and do whatever they want to, and why the hell is there some, like, sort of, like, degrading connection? Because this connection isn't just, you know, oh, well, you're gay, so you must, like, you know, be a woman. It's like, ah, you're gay, so you are like a woman, and you like to go shopping, and you like to, you know, and all these things that are, like, stereotypical, patriarchal stereotypes anyway, and then they're being projected onto gay men because they're seen as women. So it just seems like being gay is you know, opening yourself up for the heterosexist patriarchy to just kind of like take shots at you. So I guess it's how I feel. I could be completely off base. Anyway, so I'm really excited about some of these topics, you guys. Let's look at some of them. I'm on my browser. Next week, women's only spaces. Might have to get some clarification about that from some people. Transphobia. Gay white men as the privileged queer majority. Yeah, these are some pretty fascinating topics. Kudos go to Maya for thinking of a lot of these. She's kind of amazing on Tuesdays, before me. Okay, well, I will see you guys next week. Bye! Watch Des tomorrow!